This nigga's crazy. What's good, y'all? It's another episode of Just Hip Hop. You already know who it is. C.
Buddah.
Marc Joseph.
December.
And, yo, you might be listening to this on SoundCloud or you might be listening to this joint on the podcast app. You know what I'm saying? On iTunes, Apple, or whatever the fuck.
Niggas
on your iPhone.
iTunes,
you feel me?
Without a sponsor.
You feel me?
So we still need sponsors.
Hey, bro. Listen. We trying to get out my kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, matter of fact, Martell, turn the mains down, cause I can still hear myself. I shouldn't be
turn the stove on.
I don't know how that would help, but anyway, it's another episode of Just Hip Hop, and yo,
the All-Star, All-Star weekend. First, I want to ask y'all, did y'all enjoy the All-Star game or the All-Star weekend as a whole?
All I watched was the game.
Watched that shit, bro. I didn't watch nothing yet.
The game was fire.
No, because
I'm gonna catch it on the highlights.
We had
the game was fire
because we had the open mic Saturday, so we didn't catch anything Saturday.
See any of the highlights, like the dunk contest.
I saw like the dunk contest.
Yeah, the dunk
it
contest
looked whack.
Dunk contest was trash.
It looked whack.
It was trash. The best dunk was
what
from.
What can niggas do anymore though?
The best dunk was from. The thing is, the best dunk was from Dennis Smith, and people say that he got robbed.
Which one was that one?
What Larry Nance won?
The double tap.
The double tap.
Larry Nance's dunk was the best dunk, bro.
Nah, that Dennis Smith dunk was better.
What was Dennis Smith?
The 360 between the legs.
Nah, bro, the double tap.
He switched hands. But that shit was.
Nigga, you switch hands anytime you do the East Bay. It doesn't matter how you do it. You still switch your hands. It goes from right to left, left to right. You don't go down and bring it back together. Whatever way you go is what hand you dunk the ball with. So. Fuck it, that dunk was nothing special. Niggas do that shit in game.
You saw it right, bro.
Niggas do that shit. You ever seen a nigga throw himself a double alley-oop in game, nigga? When? Nobody. Because the Tracy McGrady shit was the greatest shit ever, right? So if now Larry Nance threw that shit to himself, caught it in the air, threw it to himself again, not touched the board, but threw it to himself, and then dunked that bitch, that's not the best dunk of the night?
It wasn't. It was a close second to me.
Bro, that's easily a top 40.
He ain't sell it.
That's a top 40 dunk.
Yeah,
that's a top 40 dunk,
right
bro.
He ain't sell it.
You know what I didn't like though?
How did he didn't sell it? It's because he's what 6'10" or some shit.
Bro, watch. Look.
Oh, no, it was his reaction to the dunk.
Go watch Vince Carter's shit when it was.
It was hard to see.
He's doing this shit like it's
selling
over.
That
like,
bitch. You gotta sell them dunks, man. Like.
But is Larry Nance that nigga that would have been believable to you anyway had he tried to sell it, quote unquote?
Yeah, I mean he
had to let them know. He was like, "Yo, no, I threw that shit twice. Look at it." And then niggas saw and they was like, "Oh shit."
He the son of Larry Nance. I believe it. But DJ Khaled was giving some bullshit scores though. Let's talk about that shit. Nigga. That nigga was throwing up mad tens at the beginning, and all of a sudden he was bullshit. Nigga scored.
I mean, jump over a phone book, so everything was very impressive.
DJ Khaled.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can understand that.
Man, that nigga can't.
I thought that was weird though. With this shit with the judges, I don't know how y'all feel about that shit.
Celebrity judges, that shit.
Yeah, how did y'all feel about that shit? A bunch
of
niggas that can't dunk, won't dunk ever in their life, and Dr. J.
Yeah, a bunch of niggas that can't dunk, and the creator of the dunk. I mean, you know,
like why? How do you feel
Lisa
that panel
was
worked
up
out?
there. She dunked like 6 times or some shit like that in game.
It's probably like 3.
She was the first female. She was the first female to dunk in WNBA.
Like overall, like the dunk contest was disappointing. Yeah, even like Donovan Mitchell winning with the exact same dunk that Vince Carter did. It was like,
good.
Just like with Larry Nance. Like I understand you want to pay tribute to your pops, but it's like, my nigga, you rock the cradle. Like that's what we do. Like. That's what we doing.
The dunk was still a good dunk. It was still a good dunk. It was still a good dunk.
That was an in-game dunk.
This nigga.
But it's just like
it was an in-game dunk that 90% of the NBA players can do.
What else are we waiting for? Like what can we see? Should we scrap the dunk contest?
No. I mean, because the thing is Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine brung life back into it. So it's people out there who
they did. And they robbed Aaron Gordon.
No, ain't got no knees.
Zach, yeah, I mean, he tore his ACL, and Aaron Gordon hurt himself like right before the All-Star game. So
niggas' knees is jello now. That's why.
It's quiet.
So I wouldn't say scrap the dunk contest, but I just knew I wasn't gonna be impressed by it.
All right.
Anything need to be scrapped. I don't know gives a fuck about the skills challenge.
You know.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That shit is fun to watch though. This shit is kind of funny to watch.
No, it ain't.
It is.
Embiid cheated, and I still wasn't like, oh yeah.
Skill challenge.
Like, all right, so Devin Booker winning the 3-point contest. That was very impressive.
That was amazing.
20. What, he's
I'm not gonna lie,
28?
he missed one shot.
28.
It was a money ball shot. Yeah, he missed one shot
son.
on his last rap.
Damn, that hurts.
He made like
Scored 70.
he made
Shit.
That's
every shot. He missed
boy,
like the
closest
third
nigga
to
to
last
Kobe,
one.
right? Yeah. That hurts though.
I'm surprised Clay ain't win, bro. That shit crazy.
Are you?
Did you see Devin Booker? How could he win?
Yeah, nigga. On that nigga, yeah, where he had to been
Nigga was
perfect.
Lights out. Yeah, he
Nigga,
literally
Clay-
was gonna have to be perfect.
Clay-
He was gonna have to miss one. It wasn't a money ball.
Clay and Steph was gonna have to do some type
They
of
was gonna have to do a fusion
Dragon
dance.
Ball Z fusion dance. Facts.
Come on,
Get
damn
that
it.
shit together.
saying.
Steph Thompson out this
Curry.
bitch.
Hell
nigga.
yeah,
Clay
I'm
Curry.
turning Clay Curry, goddamn it.
And fuse with Dell at that.
Facts.
But
All-Star
Can't
game.
fuse with Michael. That nigga couldn't shoot
But,
threes.
Yeah, fuck with the All-Star game.
I like the new. I like the
All-Star
new
game.
No, he
format.
had. Well,
I like the new
he was
format
shooting
of
the fuck out the
All-Star
ball when he
game.
had 55, nigga.
But
Goddamn.
it's
So he was shooting the fuck out the ball when he had the double nickel.
Who?
Michael.
I said Michael Thompson.
Oh no, that nigga couldn't shoot for shit.
yeah, no.
Nigga, who?
That nigga can't lay it from too far away.
The fuck Michael Jordan got to do with them niggas?
But no, it's crazy that you brought this up about the whole All-Star thing because as we were shooting the podcast, I had Bleacher Report got a notification. You know, people was mad that Jimmy Butler didn't play in the All-Star game. Like he was healthy and he just decided not to play. But so I know Lou Williams was one of them that got.
That nigga ain't
Yeah.
getting no more votes next
I
year.
mean,
Watch.
but Tom Thibodeau
That's kind of whack though.
He played,
That is whack, bro.
yeah,
at least
it's whack.
show up.
Yeah.
Nigga ain't getting no votes next
at
year.
least get in the game, but it's like I get it. Tom Thibodeau does like every time he's been coached by Tom Thibodeau, he's like leading the league in minutes. Like he plays like 38 minutes.
Bro, he
a
about
game.
to be the new Derrick Rose, bro.
I hope not, but
They gonna fucking break that man too, bro.
But he challenged anybody who was, considered an all-star snub that felt like he should have played in the game and wasted a spot to a game of one-on-one for $100,000. So,
But all right, where would you rank Jimmy Butler in that one-on-one shit? Like, is that a good bet for him?
yeah, he beating Lou Williams.
Okay, I mean
He beating Ben Simmons.
Yeah, he beat.
Get the fuck out of here.
Because Ben Simmons can't shoot.
What you talking about,
Yeah,
nigga?
but one-on-one is a different game. Like, that ain't gonna pose things can
Hey,
happen.
all he's just saying is, hey, I'm better than y'all niggas.
Jimmy Butler will bust Ben Simmons' ass. I don't know what you talking about.
All right, continue.
Because granted,
But there's a lot of plays that he would lose. So you don't think?
Yeah, they was all
No,
they
the
was all in
All-Stars?
the All-Star game. They was all beside
They
him
were
on that
non-All-Stars?
bench.
He said the nine people he talking to.
He said
Yeah.
people that got
I think
snubbed.
one-on-one. And I know y'all gonna disagree. Y'all gonna make some shit.
Did you say Chris Paul?
Why would the fuck would I say Chris
I don't
Paul?
know.
You about to say
I forgot Chris
You
Paul
about
was
to say
also a
some
snub.
dumb shit.
Don't say nobody like Kawhi because he was hurt.
Nah. Carmelo Anthony.
No, I don't disagree with you. I don't.
Really?
I don't.
Okay.
I
yeah.
don't. For one reason and one reason only.
All right.
I mean, don't get me wrong, because Jimmy Butler is a great defender. But
One-on-one.
one-on-one, like, the only person more offensively gifted in the league, one-on-one, it's probably Durant. That's it.
Fact.
Like, there's nothing on the court Melo cannot do with the ball in his
That's a
hands.
fact.
Except pass it. But he ain't got to pass in one-on-one. So,
he good.
in one-on-one situations, like, I just feel like he gonna work out the post.
Bro, one-on-one situations, he that nigga, bro. You right.
But he wasn't no snub.
Butler gonna work.
He wasn't no
Jimmy Butler-
snub.
He wasn't a snub.
He didn't deserve it.
Butler
He definitely did not. He
finna
definitely
work
did
Now,
his ass.
originally when I saw all the All-Stars, I did feel like two people got snubbed at most. Well, no, one, and I understood if it went either way for somebody else.
Who was they?
I felt Andre Drummond should have made it over Al Horford.
Al Horford. Old Al has had a lot of good games, and he's put up great numbers
I don't
this year.
give a fuck.
I got him on fantasy. He's putting up numbers. Nah, I don't
Don't
know.
give
That's
a
tough.
fuck.
That's tough.
I would have put Andre Drummond over Al Horford.
That's tough. But I mean, Horford on his way out.
You
He
know Paul George got snubbed.
passed invitation.
See, for me, it was Paul George or Jimmy Butler could go either way. Their numbers were pretty much identical, and
What
the
was the
Timberwolves
record
had
like, though?
The Timberwolves had a slightly better record. So,
So
I'm like,
I would have to edge.
It can go. I'm like, it can go either way.
But
both
who's
of them,
more exciting to watch though? That's
Paul
another
George.
thing.
Paul
exactly.
George.
So yeah, you got to put the man with the best show in the biggest show.
Hey, but for me, that's why I say it can go either way. Like they're both averaging about 20 points a game. And, Jimmy Butler shooting decent from three, but I know Paul George is shooting really well from three. But they both play both sides of the floor. They both can play the shooting guard, small forward position.
Oh no, they fire.
So-
Both of them.
Like their numbers were damn near identical. So I was like, it goes either way. And I'm a Thunder fan, and I wasn't. Oh, Paul George got snubbed. Like, nah. It went either way. Had they put Paul George in, I would be saying the same thing. I could see someone picking Jimmy Butler over Paul George. It was either way.
Now, off top, if this nigga Kawhi hadn't been faking like he hurt, because I think he healthy. But that's a whole. I think he healthy, but that's a whole nother different story.
What you think? He know that team can't win, so he's sitting it out.
Kawhi on his way out, bro. Kawhi coming to the Cavaliers.
Why the fuck is everybody going to the Cavaliers in the offseason?
So
we don't nobody go to the Cavaliers.
Kawhi Leonard going to the Cavaliers. Go to the next time.
Yeah, because Cavaliers ain't got no money.
Yeah.
And Bron about to leave them niggas flat broke.
That's crazy.
I hear you.
What about that?
Either flat broke or flat at the bottom of the East.
I hear you.
And the All-Star shit. What about the Fergie performance?
Trash.
Oh. I don't know what was worse.
Trash?
Fergie's performance or Black China's performance?
That's a perfect segue. That's a perfect segue.
But nah. Both of them shits was trash, nigga.
Nah, I think Fergie performance
this was worse. I think so too. I do.
Because the thing is no matter how bad Black China performed, that nigga still got his nut off. He ain't get it off my face like he wanted to.
Yeah, I just saw the head video.
Whoa, why would it be your face?
I saw both.
I said on her face.
Oh.
Now she was running. She was running from that shit.
Running from what?
Yeah, she ran from it. She literally said she was scared.
Nah, he was gonna. He pulled out. He was gonna bust on her, and she was running.
Oh, I didn't see all that. I just saw the lazy head.
No, she literally.
Yo,
said she
can
was
we pull up the rest of that?
Not right now.
Nah.
Not right now. We got.
Yo, tell.
Nah,
pull up the rest of that.
More niggas, bro.
You got kids watching you.
I'm not trying to watch that with you.
We're not doing it right now.
I didn't think of it like
that.
I was thinking strictly for documentary purposes.
All right, nigga, document that shit on your own time. But yeah, like, all right. First off, the Fergie shit was trash. I don't even think we gotta have a conversation about it.
That shit was bad. Hold on, because Draymond said it all.
Do you feel like she was trying to sing black?
I don't give a fuck.
I just felt like she wasn't trying to sing.
It was like she was trying to do like this burlesque type thing. It was trash. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care what she was trying to do. It was garbage. And
at one point, she didn't even say words. She started saying the wrong words, and it was like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to not say words.
Niggas said Future would have did better.
And the Rockets weekly.
The Black China shit was. She said she's suing.
She released herself.
He should be suing her.
Who released it?
Who's she gonna sue?
I don't know.
Like allegedly, they said Cardi B's friend.
Who's the guy?
Some nigga named some struggle rapper from DC.
Damn, she letting struggle.
Oh, Clout.
Hey, we got a chance.
Clout.
I don't want that shit. Especially after seeing that bum ass video. I don't want that shit.
Clout.
That's what I'm saying. That head was trash. She ate white girl head. Then no, white girls just let you do more shit. Doesn't change the quality of the head. Allegedly.
What kind of conversation is this shit?
Allegedly. I'm team virgin out here.
Some Black Snake Moan shit, nigga. Hold on.
Yo, straight up, the video was just trash.
Garbage.
But like, I don't look, bro. Let me tell you something. I think a lot of times we don't like these these release sex tapes. Yeah, the celebrity sex tapes and the news and shit. But like, yo, let's keep it all the way real. They regular people. And they not porn stars. You know what I'm saying? So like,
she an amateur.
Her shit ain't finna look like Havana Ginger, nigga. Like her shit not finna look like Skin Diamond or any of these other bitches.
There be some fire ass amateur videos on.
Yeah, but they looking to be fire. Like they trying to push the envelope. They be on that motherfucker going crazy.
Hey, she act like she gave a fuck about fucking Rob Kardashian for that goddamn long. She could act like she know how to get some fucking head. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Bro, she at the end of the day, she's still a regular bitch. So that's
probably ran.
It was some regular.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I know you niggas got regular, super duper regular news in y'all phone. I know this to be fact. I know y'all niggas got. If y'all record sexual acts, they super regular. I know they is.
I mean, I'm Team Virgin, so you know what I'm saying? I don't be out here doing none of that.
Hey, this nigga go with this shit, bro.
Any virgins out there, sponsor this podcast for me real quick. But
this nigga here.
I'm just saying. Hey, they are regular people, but we do hold them to higher standards. That includes their news and their videos. That's
a good point though. I agree to that.
It's not.
And they all
I agree to
disappoint.
that. Nah, you supposed to be a celebrity
shit was
in life, be a celebrity in everything in life,
You gotta
nigga.
be
Fuck it.
amazing and good head. 'Cause you're a celebrity.
You gotta-
This was like,
Bro, your nudes gotta be
Niggas
the
is
best
tripping.
nudes ever, bro.
like
Niggas
as
is
a
tripping.
like.
Bro, these news be leaked. Like, yo, your girl
I ain't
ain't
gonna lie.
never snapped her titty real quick and sent it, nigga.
Gabrielle
Like,
Union News was fire, nigga. Them shits was fire.
Super facts.
Is it because she Gabrielle Union?
Truer facts have never been spoken.
La La Titties and Power was fire, nigga.
That's a
like,
fact.
no disrespect to
She still
D-Wade
kinda
and
look
Mello,
yeah,
like
but her
sponsors
titties
podcast.
is high
still
definition
look
on,
like an
on
Asian.
power, nigga. Like, them titties is them titties.
I'm just saying,
Shows that
Gabrielle
shit.
Union shit was straight out the
Yeah.
iPhone, nigga. That shit was straight in the cloud, nigga. I ain't trying to.
God damn it.
Them shits was fire.
You talking about that Black China video? That shit was that shit was shot with an eye flip, nigga.
360p and all.
Hell
That's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
nigga.
They shot that shit with a razor phone.
Facts,
Nigga. I don't
man.
like.
That nigga light skin. You can't even tell in that video.
Was light skin?
Hell
Shot
yeah.
that shit with half a
dark skin,
megapixel.
That nigga, bro. That
That
well, I
nigga
thought that was
was-
Playboy Cardi.
I thought that was died, nigga.
Facts.
Nah.
Facts. That's how dark that nigga looked in that shit. Facts.
Nigga look like Noob Saibot in that bitch.
Hell
bro.
yeah.
Like,
Long, but nah.
That nigga look.
Whoever leaked this shit, you know, they gave.
She leaked it.
Well, she leaked it, and she gave us, you know.
To stay relevant,
so she
Yes.
suing her.
No, she ain't suing nobody. That shit a facade.
Hey, all I know is Rob Kardashian probably somewhere in front of a judge right now. Like she's an unfit mother.
That's a fact.
Out
Give me
here
my
putting
child.
out sex tapes. Give me my child.
Well, she leaked it, and she gave us, you know, some free content.
See, it make it even for me like
I
now.
think she tried to shop that shit and niggas was not biting.
It's
Go ahead.
weird because in a way, like now I'm like, damn, she really might be the finesse queen because of that whack
Now,
ass. If
we-
that
that's the
whack ass
There you go.
performance, if that whack ass performance had Rob kicking out all that money, boy, I'm just saying
Hey,
that hit looked trash.
I guess that was your icing, bro. We knew from the time she did that whole Rob shit she was the finesse queen, bro.
I shouldn't watch porn and my dick gets soft. That's all I'm saying.
hey, I don't think it
Yo,
was
this
porn.
nigga here, bro. It's not,
Whoa, boy.
bro. Look, bro.
Yo,
I'm a
big
regular
brother, relax.
person, bro. Like my sex don't look like the shit niggas be beating their dick to. Like my shit
Yo,
don't look
what
like
the
that.
fuck, son?
I'm just saying, my shit don't look like that, bro. Like y'all niggas, my shit
Can we
don't.
next topic
I'm
that?
just saying, bro. My shit don't look like Pinky XXX.
I'm not here to talk about
nigga.
seeing sex life.
Yo, what the fuck?
I'm not.
is
I'm
going
not.
on?
I'm just saying, like I'm just saying, like y'all niggas is talking like y'all shit be looking like.
That's not how
We
I'm
never
talking.
said none of that shit. Hold on, wait
We
a
just
minute.
talking
I'm
about the
saying
fact
that her
that-
shit regular because it's some regular people
that shit
sex.
was not
nigga.
regular. That shit was mediocre. That shit was garbage.
Bruh.
Nah.
Oh,
That shit
man.
wasn't. That shit was below average.
That shit crazy. Who else is below
Look,
average?
some nigga got his nut off to that shit. so
6ix9ine?
much, so.
I was gonna say Wale since he got dropped. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I can't agree with that.
He got
Cannot.
dropped.
Oh, he
Bro,
did
you
get
better
dropped though, but
chill.
No,
Yo.
his album sales were below average. His talent is not.
chill.
Yeah, definitely,
We
definitely,
will
definitely.
not. We are not.
no
Wale.
Wale shade here, bro. It would not be
Wale
tolerated.
shade?
It would not be tolerated.
So why
Wale
out.
is straight.
Absolutely
Wale
not.
is straight
Why
out of
you not
Wakanda.
selling,
Don't
bro?
even.
Whoa, I don't know about all that.
Why
But
That
not
nigga, I swear I seen a nigga in the movie.
Yeah, we.
I know what part
The
you
crazy
talking
thing,
about.
yeah.
That was Wale, right? That's Wale. That's
Nah,
Wale, nigga.
I don't know that. I don't know
That
that.
was Wale, bro.
Like me
I
and
ain't
C
seen
looked
that
at each
part.
other.
I was like, nigga, that's Wale, right? I start the same because I seen
I
that
was
shit
looking like,
twice.
nigga, that's Wale. And I'm
That's
like, I looked
Wale,
at C
nigga.
and he looked at me and was like, that's Wale, ain't it? And I know he wasn't joking. He was
I
serious.
was dead ass. That was Wale. He might not be credited, but
I
that's
might
him.
just have to go watch the movie just to see that. Just
Nigga, you
You
won't
was too
watch
busy
it
getting
nowhere.
head.
You
That
was
was the
getting
problem.
using it getting done.
I still watched a great movie though.
He was like, I still watched a good portion of it.
No, I watched the whole fucking
I watched
movie.
enough.
See, and
of
that's
it.
why he couldn't agree with you
Oh
on that
my
Black
God.
China shit. He looking like, man,
That shit crazy.
I got hit when I was watching the movie and that shit wasn't Black China, man. So,
But that man, while they got dropped, why he get dropped, Jamie?
The album says it's trash, nigga. Because that fucking album was. Look.
Is he just a trash?
That
Hold on,
one,
wait.
that album wasn't that
When
bad.
y'all did the review, who did y'all did that one, right?
Yeah, he said it was. I thought it was trash.
You said it was trash.
Yes.
He defended that shit, didn't he? See, defended that shit.
I didn't say. I said it wasn't trash. I said it was all right.
Nah, nigga.
I think he did say it was all right.
We gonna go back and look at that.
Go look at it. I said it was all right. I remember, nigga.
I remember saying straight up when it came out, I was like, "Yo, see, that shit was trash." He was like, "Nah,
it was
all
all
right.
right.
It's all right. It's not. It's good. It's good. It's not that bad."
It's
I'm
all
like,
right.
"Yo, that shit is trash." That shit. That was just it was that bad, bro. It's his worst project.
That ain't got shit.
No, it wasn't attention deficit. It was not attention deficit.
Okay, it was not. It was not attention deficit. It was not.
Was way worse, nigga.
It was super mainstream, and I did not like that.
It wasn't. It
See,
wasn't
and
though.
It was.
One thing, but one thing.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's crazy because
We listened to the same album.
Hold on. Not mainstream in the sense that it hit the radios and it was out there doing singles stuff.
Bro.
But he tried to sound like a lot of mainstream shit that's popping off right now.
I mean, but Wale's been doing that. Wale has been so talented, and Wale's been doing that for years. And to be honest, because that's what Ambition was. Ambition was mainstream as fuck. And to be honest, I did not like Ambition when it first came out, and I was like, bro, this shit trash. Like, I want More About Nothing.
More
Wale.
About Nothing was his best thing.
Like,
Okay, well, I'm sorry. He not finna spit 32 ball free verses.
When I heard the album About Nothing,
that was great too.
Yeah, when I heard the Helium Balloon, my whole like perspective on Wale changed.
Right.
Especially being an artist, it was basically to say, you know, he had Jerry Seinfeld explain it, where it's like, you know, you're holding on to that balloon. It's like you want to let it go, you want to see how far it's gonna go, but then you regret letting that balloon go. Like, that's how it is. Like, as an artist, like, as a fan, we try to put artists into a box.
Fact.
Like, as a fan, would you want Kendrick right now to come out with like an all singing album?
Absolutely
Fuck no.
not.
Fuck no. You can be like, no, I want Good Kid, Mad City Kendrick.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what
I
you
want bars forever.
Like, that's what you want. But it's like, as an artist, like, you gotta allow these artists
to grow.
Like,
cool.
do you support like that one form of Wale, or are you a Wale fan?
Nah,
like,
but listen, if we gonna bring that in, Kendrick's every Kendrick album is different from his last, like completely fucking different. Just like how every Kanye album was completely different from his last one.
And I don't like every Kanye album,
but I love most of them, and I love every Kendrick album.
I don't know.
So the issue wasn't Wale doing something different. I ain't got no problem with that. I just think the album was not good. It was trash. I did not like it.
I don't think it's trash.
Is he what?
Is he mediocre? Like, is he just...
As an artist, as a talent, he's not. Like we would say, he's A1 talent. But that last project was bad.
I feel like the last project could have been good, and it still wouldn't have did numbers.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this: he didn't get dropped because the project was trash. He got dropped because he trash. And I'm gonna explain it in a second because niggas.
No, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean.
Talent wise, he ain't trash.
Talent wise, Wale is top. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I think talent wise,
Wale top 5.
Wale top 5 in hip hop
currently.
That was easy. I didn't think that's not far fetched.
Yeah, I mean you can't say top 3.
I was hoping one of y'all did because I wanted. I really wanted
top 5
because he not. You can't put him above Kendrick. You can't put him above Cole, and you damn sure can't put him above Drake and his sweatshop of artists. So like.
Niggas always gonna poke that.
So
shot
top 5
every time they can.
And like the reality is when you in this industry,
he's sitting there with Crit, by the way.
When you in this industry,
but that's
bro,
another person that's in a Wale shoe right there.
No, it's not the same.
When you in this industry, and we're gonna explain that in a second.
All right.
When you in this industry, bro, you can't put yourself on an island. And people will say, well, J. Cole puts himself on the island. He just had 2 albums go platinum with no features. Bullshit. J. Cole don't put himself on the island. You know why? He was on that Logic album. He was on that Jeremiah album. He was on that Miguel album.
True.
He don't put himself on the island. Right? You can say, oh, well, Drake put himself on the island. Oh, he only worked with artists and his OVO niggas on his albums.
That's bullshit. Because
that's bullshit.
Everybody's
because he's featured on. He was on shit. He was beefing with Meek Mill on his album and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Wale puts himself on a fucking island. Like he puts himself on an island in terms of relationships. His only real friend in the industry that makes music that fuck with him like that, it's J. Cole.
Yeah, true.
And even J. Cole had to check him like, bro, you tripping. Like, yo, like, nigga, look.
You don't market music.
He's a trash ass. He has a trash ass personality. He has a trash ass way of looking at industry relationships. He got a trash ass way of looking at pushing his music. He trash. Wale, Olabu Wale. The person is trash.
Not the artist.
Not the Wale is nice. But Olabu Wale is garbage, nigga. Like he's not and he don't have to stay like that.
I guess I could.
He don't have to stay like that. And he wasn't always like that.
Understand your point,
and he wasn't always like that. But like he wasn't
always like what?
He wasn't always
trash
ass person. Like yo, like
he was always super unconfident, insecure and shit, and needed this validation from
fans and shit.
People. Exactly, like bitching and crying about this list. He's still the same person.
No, not to this extreme, bro. Like he's damn near in the last, but since Gifted, right?
Okay.
He's damn near ignored the fact that he has fans. He's damn near ignored it. He spends more.
More About Nothing was after Gifted, right? I mean,
Album About Nothing. Yes, he's damn near.
I don't feel like he.
Stop it.
That was
stop it. Stop it. It's not about the music. You still talking about the music.
Like as an artist, you don't market music. You market yourself. Like
yeah, don't nobody give a fuck about your music.
Like people will listen to whatever the fuck you put out. He could literally fart for 15 songs, and people will buy it or at least check it out if they like him as a person.
I'm gonna tell you like this, right? I'm gonna tell you like this. Ask a bunch of people right now what changed for Drake for them. What changed? The fact that they didn't think that it was his words anymore. And so like, yeah, you could say, oh, Drake, but Drake just went how many other times platinum? Okay.
How many songs
was on the album?
To do that shit.
If his album was just as, understand that if you listen to Drake's album one time, you got to listen to Cole's album 2.2 times to get the same amount of sales off streaming. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like
because it was 22 songs.
Because he had 22 songs on one album and 20 on the other one, and Cole had 10. So it's just like, yo, like ask people what changed about Drake for them. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: if that ghostwriting shit don't come out about Drake going platinum first week after that Meek Mill shit.
Yeah, because I mean,
views is going platinum first week.
Because you got hip hop consumers who don't give a fuck,
and more life.
Yeah, you got hip hop consumers that don't give a fuck about the artist. They just care about the music. But contrary to popular belief, there is a lot of hip hop artists that care about the artist, and it's hard to separate.
Hip hop fans.
Yeah, hip hop fans. Like I'm one of those people. Like it's hard for me to separate the artist from the person, which is why when that ghostwriting shit came out about Drake, I was like, I'm not really feeling this shit. Like, I don't know. Like, it's like I can still hear Drake song and be like, okay, I undoubtedly recognize that that's a hit. Yeah. Or this is the Drake I want to hear. But, like, it's hard for me to be like, oh, I'm going to go to a Drake show. I'm going to buy this Drake album. I'm going to buy this OVO shirt. Like, it's just, like, I can't separate it. Like, I'll never be, it's going to be hard to kind of undo.
That fucked his legacy up.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to undo, you know, what was done. And like that's how it is for Wale. I was so reluctant like to listen to Shine because over time, like
trash?
It's not even that. It's
all
just
of these
like,
things all these things that Wale does, like
makes you want to not listen.
Yeah, it makes you not want to listen to him.
Like you've already deemed the shit trash before you get to listen to it because you feel like, okay, he gonna be on here bitching about niggas that don't give a fuck about him instead of giving his fans really good music. Yeah,
and the thing is that's what separates him from Crit. Crit still tries to give his fans good music. Give his
fans as good music as possible.
The thing about Crit is I just want Crit
to tied with the topic. Then that's what it is. Then
what?
You're tied with the topic that what he's talking about.
Who, Crit or Wale?
Wale.
No, it's not that we tied with the topic because if you. Facts,
yeah,
like it's not the topic
because the thing is the topic don't even be in his music. That's my problem with Crit. Is when Crit does that shit. And Crit is, oh, I ain't got no backing from Def Jam, this, and that. And I'm like, fuck that shit. Just continue to make the music that got Def Jam to even look at you in the first place. Facts. That's what I be wanting from Crit. Well, Wale is like, Wale like he makes good music, but everything he does outside of music make you not want to listen to the music.
It's trash, and it's like, when
you feel like that stems from, though? You feel like it stems from possibly his signing with MFG as opposed to,
and they ain't got shit to do
with
with it.
Still being with Rock Nation
and shit.
And Rockefeller.
Okay, hold on. You got it fucked up. He was with Rock Nation was his management.
Yeah,
they ain't had shit to do. He had Rock Nation management when he got signed to MFG, so that ain't got shit to do with nothing.
Yeah,
but like, it don't matter who he signed to. It's the fact that he ignoring his fans. Like, that's crazy.
Do you think if he signed to a different label,
no,
because he been signed to different labels.
He been signed to.
It's like the third label he been dropped from.
Like, what difference do it make? What is his label? It's not.
He's not marketable because no one likes him.
Facts. Like, you ever seen a meet and greet for Wale?
I try so I try so hard to like Wale. Like I really try. Like, even when he got on the Breakfast Club shit, and you know they talked about him and they talked about him and Meek's differences.
Yeah.
You know, when he talked about the back to back this and shit like that. I've always been like champion for Wale. Like, man, like Wale just too real. Like, and I still think it, like, to like the average person. Wale is just, sometimes he's just too real of a person. Like, he's too blunt. He's too harsh of a person. Like on surface for most people.
Fact.
That they can't vibe with him. But it's like outside of that, and I be feeling the same way. Y'all know my opinion is always really short, but it's like straightforward. Like, I just don't give a fuck about a lot of shit. And so like, it's like I relate to that, but it's like outside of that, like, he's really terrible with his industry connections and just giving his fans what he want. Even if you look at him on social media, he's always retweeting, going back and forth with like the average person who don't give a fuck about him. Facts. Instead of just, you know, ignoring it and just sharing the love with the people who actually care about his music. Like, you got a better chance if you go on Wale's Twitter right now, you tweet him, "Oh, I love Wale and his music, blah blah blah. I can't wait to see him this and that." I promise you, he's not responding. Let you go on there and say, He thought he had a top 50 album. Bro, that nigga trash. That shit was like in my bottom 300. Like, I promise you, he responding to you. Like, my thing is like, it's like the negative energy just like attracts towards him, and it's
and then he permeates that shit. It's like, it's like you can't even, like, I can't even watch Wale interviews because the whole time I'm watching the interview, other than the Breakfast Club, the whole time I'm watching the interview, I'm scared he gonna blow up on the interviewer, and usually he does. That's why he don't get a lot of interviews. Like, he be like, "Yo, like, I don't never get on Ellen, I don't never get on Fallon, nigga," because they think you gonna come on there and act a fucking fool. That's why. Because when you go to Complex, beating on the door, acting a damn fool, yelling and shit, talking about something, "I'm coming to the office, I'm coming up there to fight niggas and shit," like, niggas think you gonna act fucking stupid. No. What, you think you gonna get booked on late night TV? Get the fuck out of here. Ellen ain't having you come up there, because the first time Ellen asks you some shit that you don't like, you gonna blow up on one of the biggest talk shows in the world. And you gonna make her look bad. Get the fuck out of here. Why ain't nobody doing that shit? Like,
and it's unfortunate because he has a talent to be
fucking talented
in those places.
Super.
But if you listen to his music, you know, for years and years and years, way before, you know, he was, you know, where he is today, like, he talks about this. He's always had like anger problems and shit like this. He talks about it. It's in his music. So it's like, I understand it, but it's like, you gotta evolve. You gotta change. Like, you gotta grow. And
I love Wale, bro. I love Wale.
After a while, we just get tired of it.
I love Wale, but bro, like, I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Rap, like, make some records for us. Like, make records keep. And I feel like he made records for us on Shine. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, he made CC White. Like, it was some records on there that was fucking. He had some dope.
Really good records.
They were dope records, but it's just like,
I thought Mathematics would get radio play and
facts.
Shit like that.
Just, but I love Wale.
Do you have any connections?
But I love Wale. That don't mean the next nigga gonna love Wale, because not most of the time he not even gonna want to listen to him because of the image he done permeated through media. Like, that's just real. And I'm telling you, bro. Like, I've listened to, like, bro, when a Wale joint come out, I go get that shit ASAP. But it's just like. And I know it's gonna be creative, and I know some stuff I ain't gonna like immediately. Like, I remember listening to Gifted and was like, this shit different. And like, that shit had to grow on me. Like, shit I ain't gonna like immediately, but I'm gonna keep listening to it just because I know he a creative and he gonna push the boundaries and he gonna give you something that you don't normally hear. And he gave us that with Shine. It's just that everything else niggas don't want to deal with. Like Atlantic, bruh, they got Cardi B on everything. You think they can put Wale on them same platforms?
Absolutely not. He's not as marketable at all.
We talking about a hood girl from the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
A hood girl from the Bronx, ratchet ass stripper bitch from the Bronx is more marketable than Wale.
Than Oda Wale.
Huh?
Than Oda Wale.
Olabu Wale. Man, go to the next
How
time.
do y'all feel about Drake's God's Plan? Was he doing that for attention or was that sincere?
I don't give a damn what it was for. People got help.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
Some people don't look at that though. They look at that and be like, man,
Because they're concerned
I
about
see-
the wrong
recorded
thing.
the shit.
I mean, I see both sides of it.
I do see both sides.
It's just
bro.
like,
I don't care.
I see both sides of it, but I feel like it does more good for for the community and charity and shit like that than it does for marketing. But one that if there's anybody out there who believes that this wasn't a marketing strategy, you dead ass wrong.
That shit was a marketing strategy.
That shit was a marketing. It's just like I said when Khaled was pushing this album, and I saw it was everywhere.
Facts.
I was like, undoubtedly he loves his son. There's no
he was using that
way around that.
Facts.
But that was a marketing
Facts.
strategy.
Facts.
Assad producer.
Period. Like,
Everything is produced by Assad.
like you cannot like unsee that shit. Like, that's just the way it is. Like, personally, I don't like when people, record, doing,
donations and shit.
yeah, like doing shit like that. But if it does, like, what bigger platform for someone like Drake to do it on? Like, it spreads a lot of awareness, and hopefully it has people out there who are fortunate enough to be able to give back and donate in a position to do that. Me personally, once we get to the level where we need to be at, I don't think I'm recording it. I think I'm just gonna do it.
I feel like this, bro.
That's about it.
I feel like this. That shit was. I don't care how genuine the act was. That money fucking genuine.
Yeah.
That's real money.
Yeah.
That's the real money and the real people being helped. So I don't care how genuine the act was, and because I was torn between it when I first saw it. I was in here with that, and I was like, I don't know, man. That's a marketing strategy.
Drake being Drake.
But after further review, I was like, yo, you know what? That's real money.
Yeah. As much as we can say,
As much as that might be
as best we can say, Drake got ghostwriters, Drake fake, and Drake this and Drake that. It doesn't change the fact that at the end of the day, Aubrey Graham has a heart.
facts.
So
Facts. And like
doesn't take that away.
and look, and I don't want people to this is one of the few problems I got with this narrative. Right? I don't want people to think that Drake is the only nigga giving away his time and money to help communities, to help marginalized people and poor communities around the country. Please don't think that shit. Don't say more rappers need to be like Drake.
Because
It's a lot of
rappers
rappers like
that have
Drake.
been doing it for a long time.
Been doing it for a long time that ain't been recording. They've probably been doing it more than Drake.
Yeah, you just don't see it.
You just don't see it because they not doing it for you to see it. They doing it for them genuine people they helping.
And
He
that's
just happened
the
to
thing
record
that
it.
I liked about it was that people, it's like I didn't like that they could see it, but it's like I did because like it lets you know, like it definitely changes, like hopefully changes the narrative on rappers, because all we ever see is, I mean, when you look at what Raven Simone said about all the rappers was in that room, like everyone is quick to say, rappers this, all they do is glorify this and glorify that, and they don't do nothing for the community and all this other shit. They just take y'all money and then they raise their kids to be the complete opposite from you and all this other stuff. But it's like, you don't, a lot of times what they, like, the good that they do goes unnoticed.
Fact.
only thing people are quick to say is, oh, they rapped about this bitch and that bitch and having this car and that car, and they just selling you dreams and all this other stuff. And it's not true. So, I don't want people to see it and say, oh, yeah, Drake the only one doing this, because it's far from true. It really is. Just like I've been sitting past a week or so and watching Coach Snoop, and I didn't need Coach Snoop. I didn't need that to be on Netflix to know that that's what he was doing this whole time.
He been doing that shit for years.
He been doing that shit forever.
Tupac suggested that he start a league. So that was the mid-90s.
Yeah, he been doing that shit forever. So it just so happened that, it just hit Netflix. He been doing that shit forever.
Nah, I feel like
he got his niggas that came through that league that's in the NFL right now.
Right now.
That's crazy.
So
that's what's up.
He been doing that shit for a while. So, and this is the same person, all his music was about smoking weed and gangbanging and all this shit. Yeah, still is. So
still is.
Which also once again shows that, sometimes like who you are as an artist and who you are as a person can both be good things. And that's one thing that Snoop does really well. That's why he's so popular. That's why he probably is the most popular hip hop artist ever.
Oh, we definitely done said that a couple times.
Ever. Like, I don't even think it's like he's known.
Jay-Z ain't got.
Yeah, Jay-Z second, but I don't think it's like.
It ain't close. It ain't close. Like, it's like
the only person that would have him beat, I think, if he was alive, was Pop.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Who was the most popular? You know what the most popular comedian is?
Don't say Monique.
Kevin Hart?
Monique is the most popular comedian.
No, what she say?
According to her resume.
Most decorated.
She the most decorated comedian. I don't know what kind of decoration.
It got proven.
Have y'all niggas seen her resume though?
No.
I don't know, because Michael Blackson kind of decorated.
No.
Like he said, the social media awards, and that
nigga was looking real decorative.
Yeah. So
he was looking real decorative. I don't give a fuck.
Have y'all seen her
resume? You seen my resume?
Have you seen her
That
resume?
shit decorated as fuck.
She's saying words.
She got all.
She got all types of shit I did on there like one time.
All kind of fonts on his resume.
My resume lit.
Mad font colors and shit. Comic Sans at the top of that bitch.
My resume fucking lit, nigga.
What do y'all think about her response though to the whole?
She's delusional. She's delusional.
I understood some of it, but
she's delusional.
For most of the interview, I found myself saying, she spent so much time saying, "Oh,
answer this."
Yeah, answer this, answer that.
I'm asking y'all questions.
She's delusional.
But the thing is Charlamagne was always answering it. In the whole interview, he couldn't get an answer to why she felt like she was worth Chris Rock,
that's a fact,
Kevin Hart, and Amy Schumer type money.
You ain't selling out
arenas. You ain't selling out no arenas. Like, you can't get people to
theaters
or clubs.
She kept talking about like
or clubs. Like, bitch, you ain't sell out Caroline's. Like,
and then she and then she was. So the only time it seemed like she was even like trying to respond to her, they said, well, as a black woman, and a comedian, like, we're not given the same, opportunities. Well, my thing is, if that's the case, that's probably the bigger agenda that you should be pushing, is getting those opportunities, like in clubs and arenas and shit like that, than Netflix.
She ain't want to hear that. And like, I'm gonna tell you one big problem with Monique.
She wanted to move
because the thing is
personal cause.
Yeah, because the thing is
I ain't even gonna talk about that.
Yeah, the thing is she could have, if she pushed that agenda and was actually able to sell out shows and do all these other things that Chris Rock and Kevin Hart and all of them are doing. She could have named that shit whatever she wanted to name it. She could have been most decorated comedian ever tour. Yeah. And she could have went and sold out shows left and right and owned all the rights to her material. And you know what? Netflix would have did after a couple years? After, they'd
have actually put it on there.
They'd have actually put it on there. The same way, like, I'm a grown little man, all that shit is on there. I need this much money.
That's a fact.
And like,
or else I'm taking this shit to Hulu.
She ain't facts to the table.
Look,
because you look at like You know how much money Hulu paid for Seinfeld?
Fuck that. You know what
Ain't
the problem
been a
is?
new episode of that shit, and I don't know how.
I'm gonna tell you what Monique's problem is, and it's like it's 3 parts. It's a 3-part problem she got, right? The first problem is Monique is not independent. She doesn't have an independent mindset. And a lot of female comedians, comedians period, don't have an independent mindset. They feel like somebody got to put them on. You forgetting that Kevin Hart put up money for a lot of them early movies. Forgetting that he produced his own specials.
Yeah, he do.
Right?
Heartbeat Productions.
Facts. That all of them should say Heartbeat Productions on it.
Do what he want when he
but
want.
niggas forget that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you forget about that shit, and it's like,
which means he probably wasn't given opportunities either.
Facts. And like we live in a time, and I know it's the old dog new tricks thing, but like we live in a time where you should, like she said something about promoters ain't gonna book me. You don't need promoters to get booked. We book shows all the time without promoters.
Facts.
Yeah.
Promoters
Granted, it's on a small level, but
promoters is for one thing, to promote. They not to like
Monique. You the most decorated comedian ever. What promotion you need?
Facts. Like you just need to look. I'm gonna do a quick blueprint. I ain't even gonna stay on this long. Monique can go get Soundstage, Best Buy. She only had to get Best Buy. She can get Irvin. Even if she want to do clubs, she can get BB King's. Fucking
Eve.
Caroline's. No, she ain't coming. She ain't getting Eve. But she can get she can get Soundstage in Baltimore. She can get somewhere in DC. She can get, it's a bunch of clubs and venues and shit she could get in Richmond. She can go to Charlotte, Atlanta, like, and she can work her way around the fucking nation, doing like doing 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people venues, small shit. If she can pack those venues, she good. And then she don't even have to, real talk, she can do a deal with Ticketmaster or somebody like that, and she don't even have to pay out of pocket for that shit. Or she can do small tour legs and build up like hype around it. Continue to do radio. You know, like she got all of this radio coverage for some shit she said about Netflix. Imagine had she had something to push, how many radios she would have been on, how many places she could have promoted this shit, how many places she could have went in the nation and did comedy. Like her argument was like, oh, why would I take 500 when I could, in 2 years I can make 2 million? Okay, well, bitch, go make 2 million. Like,
that's a great argument.
Go make 2 million.
I had 2 problems with her, initial statements toward.
Let me finish this, because I'm gonna keep it short because I know I got shit to say. The second problem is, it's relative to the first problem. Her management trash. Like the fact that her husband, number one, that calling him daddy. That is super
I didn't even want to
unprofessional, nigga.
Undermine
like,
the interview, so I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing about it.
That shit is mad unprofessional. But let's put that aside. That nigga don't want to see you thrive, Monique. I'm sorry. I know you've been with him. I know you've been with him 12, 14, whatever. The nigga don't want to see you win. Because if he did want to see you win, he'd have told you, baby, listen, we gonna give him this offer. He didn't even counter offer. So your man took the first offer and said, nah, we not rocking with it. Not even just that. He took the first offer, didn't counter offer, and then didn't have an alternative for you to go with. Wasn't talking to Ticketmaster, wasn't talking to Live Nation or nobody. So her management trash. And number 3, and this is the biggest problem, bro, Monique got a trash ass personality. She got the Wale syndrome. Facts. Like she got the Wale syndrome, bro. Like, and people been saying it for years. And until I seen this interview, I ain't know if I believed it or not. I see it now. Go ahead, B.
All right, so my thing is like, just like real quick, like like, where do y'all go at to watch like comedy specials like that get streamed? Netflix, right?
Yeah.
That's facts.
I've gone nowhere else, to be honest. Like, unless like I've
It was on Comedy Central.
unless I seen it on TV.
Yeah.
Like, so, or like live, like to go see Kevin Hart or some shit like that. But okay, so that contract was fucked up. Like, let's not even. That's not up.
Money.
That's not up for debate.
That
contract was fucked up.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, and I kind of get this from you because like a lot of times you'll ask my opinion on the idea, and I'm like, no, I don't like that shit. But so you should know what I'm about to say. So she says, guys, join me in boycotting Netflix.
Absolutely
for
not.
unfair. First of all, I had already paid my monthly subscription, so that wasn't gonna happen.
I know what you about to say. Go ahead.
But my thing is okay, you want us to boycott Netflix, and then what? What's the alternative?
Facts.
What is what is the alternative? You want us to boycott Netflix, and then what? And then what? So we could just be sitting home like, yeah, we rock with Monique. Like he said, you should have took that opportunity and said, no, we're gonna do this. It's just like as much as I don't like a lot of the shit LeVar Ball do, he's actually coming up with an alternative.
Yeah.
To motherfuckers going to college and playing at least 1 year where they don't get paid and the NCAA make all this fucking money off them, get exploited before they get to the NBA, if they get to the NBA.
Facts.
Because they only taking 60 people a year. And I don't know that many motherfuckers that was undrafted that just be balling the fuck out.
Ben Wallace.
It's not like the NFL. It's not like the NFL.
Wallace, nigga.
The NFL, you just go get a running back off the street real quick.
Facts. They got a 60-man roster. They got Kurt Warner out of fucking fool line.
In preseason, that should be 75.
Facts. They got that nigga out of fool line. Hell, LeVar Ball played in the NFL.
That's what I'm. Exactly. Dude. My point. So, hey, they take 60 people a year in the NBA. 60. It's way too many colleges and way too many people playing college basketball.
And overseas.
Yeah. For you to realistically feel like you got a shot. But for the people who do, it's like they make so much money off of you and all this other shit. At least, and he's not even necessarily out here actively saying, hey, don't go to college, don't do this. But he's providing an alternative.
A whole blueprint for you.
Yeah.
If you didn't know it was another option, shit, LeVar Ball's showing you. He's like, it's there. Like, I might not agree with it all the time.
Don't tell me.
But he's showing you.
Don't tell me boycott some shit. Or don't tell me, hey, don't do this. And then don't give me an alternative.
Yeah.
Like, and the thing is, even if you didn't have an alternative right then and there, that's fine. That's cool. But once all this press and all this
admit that shit, though.
By the time you got to the Breakfast Club, I mean, you should have had it before you got to the Breakfast Club. Facts. But when you there and you going toe to toe with Charlamagne, like, what she should have said was, all right, so for all these, not just for comedians, because, they're like, oh, Viola Davis said the same thing about actors. But my thing is like, provide an alternative.
Nigga, listen,
period.
What Viola Davis said ain't had shit to do with Monique.
It's just like,
I ain't jacking that shit, bro.
Granted, it's like, okay.
Ain't nothing to do with
it's
her.
like, we felt like, Jay-Z felt like, streaming services and shit.
Monique had way more opportunities than fucking Viola Davis. Get the fuck out of here.
But it's like Jay-Z felt like streaming services and stuff like that don't pay artists well enough. Tidal pays artists more than pretty much all of those streaming services combined.
Name three. Monique, name 3 projects Viola Davis was in.
So my point is just be prepared to provide an alternative. Don't just tell us to stop doing some shit.
Fact, boycott. Like, you was out your mind,
like, and then what?
What we gonna do with Chill? What we gonna do? We gonna rock with Monique and Chill? Get the fuck out of here!
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
nobody doing that shit.
It's just like
that's what we doing now.
It's just I think I remember
Boycott and Chill.
I remember being home when
that's the name of the podcast.
Boycott and Chill.
That's the name of the podcast. Shit, but, we got it.
But I remember being home in Baltimore right before I moved up here, and they were completely changing like the MTA system. They were changing everything, and that shit trash. I don't know what the fuck they did. And I just remember people saying, well, we should boycott the MTA. Well, for all the motherfuckers that don't got cars, what the fuck they gonna do? They gonna Uber everywhere? The people making minimum wage for the Uber everywhere?
That's a fact.
You gonna come pick us up? Like, boycott the MTA and then do what? Like, 'cause I ain't walking to work. I promise you that.
That's a fact.
Like, then do what? Like,
Monique was wilding.
be prepared to provide an alternative. And if you don't have one immediately, that's fine.
But that's
better come up.
That's
with
my
one.
problem. Is not only do she not have an alternative for us, she don't got an alternative for herself.
Yeah. Has she said, you know, boycott Netflix and, you know,
Streaming services.
yeah,
On YouTube,
and me and the original Queens of Comedy, and along with, you know, some other comedians and shit like that, are gonna partner and do this. I'd be more willing.
She ain't did no research, and you know it.
I'd be more willing to be like, all right, well, let's see what it's about.
Because you know what she could have did? She could have said, okay, look, Netflix ain't gonna give me but $500. All right, fuck that. What's the goal? For people to see my comedy or for me to make money? If the goal is for me to make money, okay, cool, I can go make money. But I also want people to see my comedy. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pair up with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart has the Laugh Out Loud Network or whatever it's called. Laugh Out Loud. It's like Netflix for comedy.
Yeah,
right? I hope I'm right. I hope I'm not saying some bullshit.
I think.
But last time I checked, that's what it was, right? If he got the Laugh Out Loud Network, okay, pair with him, and now what you're doing is you're providing original content for that network. Yeah, you're not gonna get paid a lot of money from that network, but what you're doing is you're bringing eyes to that network, and you're creating not only a business relationship.
Yeah, you might get some money on the back end.
In fact, you can get money on the back end. You can try to get equity behind this special. Not only are you creating a business relationship, but you're creating brand awareness and you're pushing people towards black business. And then all of your causes, all the causes that you claim you for, right? Not only have you shown that you're for those causes, but you've offered an alternative and you've offered a path to curing the things that are ailing entertainers in your position. Like you've offered a path for it. Because now you're saying, okay, you know what? They wouldn't give me any money at Netflix. Okay, fine. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go pair with another streaming service, and if my influence is that big, my fans will go to that streaming service and check my shit out.
Facts.
Because Jigga could have said, yo, I don't know if niggas is gonna come to a whole nother streaming service and listen to my music. He could have said that. But he the most decorated hip hop artist. So what he figured was, you know what? Niggas gonna check my shit out anyway. I'm Hove. And so that's how you should have felt. Like you should have felt like niggas gonna check my shit out anyway. I'm Monique. And cause she is a legend. Because she is like intelligent and she is like a brilliant comedian.
One of the most decorated.
She's one of the most decorated.
Funny, do you actually find her funny?
She funny as shit.
I don't know. It's been a minute.
Have you ever seen her stand up?
I seen was she on the Bad Boy shit? Like the Def Jam Bad Boys?
I don't know. I know she had the Queens. She was on Queens of Comedy, I believe.
I never saw that shit.
And she was she had
All Stars for sure.
Yeah, I think she did, and she had her own special that's on Netflix right now.
Yeah, the woman she's in jail.
Yeah.
I could have been your cellmate.
I could have been your cellmate. Facts, and I thought that was cool. I thought the message behind it was cool, and she lined it up properly.
Yeah, for her crowd and everything.
Yeah, but look, man, it's like this, bro. Cat Williams is a fucking train wreck. He continues to get work.
I watched this special.
If Cat Williams can continue to get work, ain't a doubt in my mind that Monique can't create a buzz around her with the resume that she has, because her resume is extensive.
I wonder how much Cat got for his Netflix special.
He don't care. You know why? Because that allows him to continue to be relevant. That allows him to.
I'm really curious.
That allows him to continue to be relevant, and that allows him an opportunity to continue to make more specials and more money and build more of a fan base and continue to expand his network.
Play the game.
Yes, exactly. Like she should have either took the $500K or
No, she shouldn't have took that shit.
No. Listen, she's talking like she don't have no other options. So either she should have took the $500K or
No, she just didn't say what her options were.
She ain't got no options though.
I mean,
she act like she ain't got no
if she ain't
options.
had no other option, she would have took
But-
it.
but
she
she
wouldn't
talk-
have been. She wouldn't have been worried about
But
not using that material.
she talked on the interview like she ain't had no other option.
She came back. On
She
that
just
shit.
don't have the looks that
She
she
gave a
want to
Dunk Day
have.
like a while ago.
Bro, like she got look. Listen, if she ain't had the looks that she didn't want to have, she done been on Sway in the Morning. She done been on The View. She got the looks now.
Yeah, she do. I mean, but at the time, like,
And you know she not finna announce a special. I'm sorry. For all you people that's waiting on it, ain't coming. It's the smartest. It would be the smartest thing to do, but she got to get rid of her man. She don't got to get rid of her man. She need to get rid of her man as a manager. He got to go. She need a real manager. She need a real manager. She need to tuck that pride in. Sometimes you got to tuck that shit in, tuck that ego in. And I know she old, but she got to understand the new age of content that we're in.
Right.
Andrew Schultz just pushed his whole comedy special on YouTube. And from pushing his comedy special on YouTube, now he's touring.
See, she gotta get into the game. She out of the game.
From a podcast and pushing his shit on that, he's touring.
You know what she should do?
What?
She should go to Wakanda, my nigga.
Oh, here we go.
Stand up in Wakanda and baby, like, you know, start there. Start small. You know what I'm saying? Work her jokes out there.
Anyway.
See how it goes. And pull up in
Anyway.
Wakanda. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Fuck with
Michael B.
T'Challa
Jordan
and
would.
say.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan would choke the shit out of her.
Hell yeah.
So I think that the buzz for.
So-
I don't think the buzz is over now though.
Bleacher Report coming in a clutch, but to backtrack a little bit, Jimmy Butler just got hurt.
God
So
damn it.
Got hurt doing what?
scary
Oh my god.
knee injury. They say couldn't even put any weight on his leg on the way to the locker room.
God.
Some Thibodeau minutes. I do not know who they were playing. So
This niggas called that shit
Did I
just
just-
now.
So Lou,
Did I just say that?
That's crazy.
so Lou Williams. If you want to play that nigga 1-on-1, you might have to wait a little bit. Just gonna keep it real with you.
Man, that's crazy.
Let's just hope that injury isn't serious.
Man, look.
Because the Timberwolves are having a really, really good year. Even though I obviously don't want to see them win. I'm a Thunder fan. I don't even want them to win the division, let alone make it to the playoffs. You know, they can fall all the way to the bottom for all I care. But
I guess
that don't mean I want him.
Buddha ain't praying for you.
No, I was about to say that don't mean I don't want them to be healthy.
All right.
I just don't want to see them win.
I hear that.
So
Damn,
that's what that is. But
Wakanda forever.
yeah, speaking of Wakanda, that is our last topic. We've been going for a while. Black Panther.
Fire.
Fire. 9 out of 10.
Wakanda
Very good.
forever.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
See, when I say
8 out of 10.
see,
You bugging, nigga.
see,
Fuck you then.
the thing is, I'm like when it comes to like rating shit, I'm normally like really harsh because I take like 10 out of 10 means it would have to be like one of my favorite movies.
It
of
gotta be like
all
Shawshank Redemption.
time.
Blu-ray for sure though.
It gotta be like
Oh, I'm buying a Blu-ray.
Shawshank Redemption.
Get the fuck
out
out of
of
here.
here.
Who is this nigga?
out of here.
That's that private school shit, bro. That's that private school shit.
Nah, bro. That's
You and Martell be watching that shit, huh?
That's a
That's
great
Martell's
movie.
favorite movie too. He probably gave that bitch a 10.
That's that. It really
What I
is.
just say, nigga? That's a real good movie though. That's my shit. That's my
It's a great
shit.
movie, bro.
Barbershop 3 was fire.
Word, you
Yeah, no, you did get Barbershop 3
talking that
It
bullshit.
was fire.
It was better than
was not
Shawshank Redemption.
It
I'll tell you that.
absolutely.
I know it was better than Shawshank Redemption. What the
Fuck
fuck
no.
is you talking about?
Fuck no.
That shit was
But,
fire.
I'm a pretty harsh critic, like when it comes to like rating anything, because I take things in perspective, like against everything of all time. And when we talking 10s, like a 10 for me is Remember the Titans. I don't care what none of y'all say about Remember the Titans. I don't give a fuck.
Really?
It's like my favorite movie ever. I don't give a fuck what y'all gotta say.
My pops is the same way. Every time they shit on TV,
really?
like my pops, I be sitting in
Yes.
a room with my pops, right? And he'll
Nah.
be slipping through the channels, and if that shit is on, that Coach Carter, and it's another movie.
God.
But if them,
Coach Carter like a notch above a BT movie, nigga. Get the fuck out.
If one of them shits is on, my pops will not turn the fucking TV. Like that shit be right on. Like he'll turn past the shit. And,
Oh my God,
nigga! Remember the Titans, Coach Carter?
Somebody somewhere is saying love don't cost a thing too. That
Yeah, Nick Cannon.
That shit was fire. I love Don't Cost a Thing.
Love don't cost a
look at this
thing.
thing. See, exactly.
Nah, you had a better
Look like
chance.
a love
You
don't
had
cost
a better.
thing ass nigga,
You
man.
had a better chance of saying stomp the yard or some shit. Love don't cost
Shut
a thing.
the
Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, Stomp the Yard, like they literally told you like Chris Brown has no career in acting. Like
Pretty much.
it was like
A body
you,
bag the first 10 seconds.
dog.
With a brick,
Nigga,
my nigga.
You.
The nigga did 2 spins and a slide and was dead.
Well,
And the thing is, I don't know if y'all remember, but like the whole trailer was him. And they played the whole trailer in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
That's what got the females. They want to
he
get them
was
females.
out of there.
They played the whole trailer was Chris Brown. Y'all remember that shit? All the
Yeah,
commercials.
every commercial.
Like that nigga's
Every
They ain't
commercial
even-
was Chris Brown.
They ain't even had that nigga rep the thetas.
They used all his scenes for the trailer.
That nigga was like Little Saint. Like
Facts.
he got served, but just Stomp the Yard. Like he was a memory.
I was gonna
Like,
say like G baby.
everybody was like, no, he's the spirit.
Notice y'all all name movies that's better than Shawshank Redemption. By the way.
Absolutely not.
Look,
But
Wakanda, I mean, I said about to say Wakanda forever. Nah, Black Panther was fire. It's like the first time I seen like niggas actually saying, "Yo, I'm going to see that twice." Like mad niggas, like I'm seeing that twice.
I've never seen
Niggas like said, "I'm going to see
parking
that twice."
lots. I've never seen movie theater parking lots this full. I go to movies all the time with my lady because she in the film. She's a director. I've never seen movie.
like
I've
sold
never seen like
Sold
yo.
out for like 3 days straight.
I went to the movies at 11 in the morning, nigga, and that bitch was packed. I couldn't like we barely got a seat.
I mean, the last movie I saw.
15 minutes after the movie started, niggas was running around trying to find
a fact.
seats. At 11 in the fucking morning.
Niggas had to sit on the side. And
2 days after the movie came out. Nigga, we went to see that bitch Tuesday and it was packed out. The line, the line was so long.
The line was worse when we was leaving.
When we was
got
leaving,
out.
the line ran to the
It's like it
the
ran
concession
through
stand.
the snack line. Like when you walk in on the left side is where you buy tickets at. The line ran all the way over there, wrapped completely to the right side of the building.
Bro, the line
you
was
can
at
enter at.
least 25 feet. It might have been more than that.
It was probably because the line wrapped like
shit is fire.
it was more than 25 feet.
It was
easily.
more. It was
playing
more
like
than
3 different
25
times.
feet.
It was that line was
Easy.
ridiculous.
It was more than 25 feet.
We had
Easy.
to part through the line to get out.
And this was Newark. This won't fucking. We weren't in fucking Manhattan. This was Newark.
I mean, no, it's
It's a lot of people in Newark, but my nigga, I go to that movie
And it-
theater.
and you
I
gotta
go to
think-
that
and it's
movie
a-
theater religiously.
And I was about to say, and it's a black movie in Newark, so
I go to that movie theater religiously. I'm trying to tell
we was
you,
in Syracuse
I
or
done
some
seen,
shit,
but my nigga, I done seen hella black movies in that theater. I done seen hella
that
black
theater.
movies in that theater. Nigga,
That shit
it
was
won't
fire.
like that.
Everything about
Yeah,
it.
but,
The story, the villain, Michael B. Jordan.
Oh my god, hands down,
music. It was the
the
score.
best villain I ever saw.
It was like Malcolm versus Martin. Like that's how it felt. That's how it felt.
You didn't think that?
that is how I felt.
That's how it felt.
Normally you
And
have some
Jamie, you was
normally
getting
you have
head
some
during the whole
terrible
movie.
analogies.
Jamie,
No.
you weren't even watching it. You just use it as an
He
excuse
said
to
not
get
doing the whole.
your, get your
Look,
rocks
yo,
off,
that's a
nigga.
long. He like that's a long
Nigga,
ass
shut
movie.
the fuck up, goddamn.
You ain't Charles.
So you were
Barkley.
just speaking of
just a nigga that want to
the
be
dynamic
like it.
between the struggle Jordan and what's his name? Tagala.
Come on,
See,
Yo, you not black no more, nigga. Get the
That's
fuck
what I'm
out of
saying.
here. What
Wow.
are you
T'Challa,
talking
man.
about? You don't even know the man name.
T'Challa.
T'Challa. That's how I know you weren't watching it.
All right, that was really not that important.
you know he went to private.
That's
school.
that's really not that important, yo.
Black
You a
Panther.
private school nigga, bro.
Doesn't matter, bro.
You
It's
was a
not the point,
private
bro.
school nigga, bro.
Anyway, you guys talking about the struggle between the king and the abandoned son, essentially.
the king and the nigga that became
T'Challa and Killmonger, man. Go on.
Anyway, nah, I
nigga
thought
ain't
it was a
watched
good
the
movie.
movie,
It was a
bro.
good movie. I just
Don't
didn't
listen
think
to
it was
shit this
as-
nigga
I don't think it
say.
was a 10. I just think it was
watched
perfect.
Obviously.
He watched the fucking movie, man.
You think it was overrated?
You ain't
Don't
watched
think it was
that bitch.
overrated?
Yeah.
Go watch it again.
Like,
You ain't
too
watch
hype,
that bitch.
Overhyped and shit.
I think it was, but
This nigga clown.
I think it was only overhyped because
Clown.
it was such a black movie.
Hey, man,
You know what I
hand
mean?
type
Like,
was
it was
his
just,
opinion.
it was just all about it being a black movie.
Bruh.
And
Stop.
like, it was great. It had a lot of great social cues. It touched on a lot of big subjects that we're dealing with today. It was perfect. It was definitely a movie for the times
This nigga ain't know his
and a
name.
movie for the future. But I just felt like the storyline wasn't. It wasn't superhero enough for me. If that makes it like I wanted him to be the most astounding superhero of all time. Can't nobody touch it.
Bro,
Like,
they threw this
that's
nigga
how
off a
this goes.
waterfall and he came back to life and beat this nigga. Is you dead ass right now?
Really?
What you wanted him
Really?
to? What did you?
That's
What
we
did you
going
want?
on.
You wanted him to be privileged ass Batman who can buy all the weapons, or did you?
Absolutely.
He could have bought all the way.
Exactly.
He could have. But did you want? Or did you want him to be hoe ass Superman? Who the only thing that can stop him is some rock from some place that don't even exist.
I just wanted him to be the greatest superhero of all time.
Man, he
So,
was. He was.
It's okay.
He was.
That's a little.
He might be
biased.
the most, like the best political
He
hero
was.
of all
He
time.
said
But
political.
it's
He was.
not the best superhero, my nigga.
He was, nigga.
All right,
No,
bro.
that suit was fire.
Nigga was fire.
I mean, the
nigga.
thing is, I liked it because it wasn't so like superhero-ish.
I feel like that.
That's why I liked it because it was more in touch with reality,
Facts.
and it gave little black kids a chance to relate.
Fine.
Even though we ain't out here with vibranium and shit.
Again, I was very
wish
happy
I
to
had
see
some
it.
of that
I
shit.
was ecstatic to see
Boy,
it.
I had some vibranium, nigga. God
Boy.
damn.
Quiet, nigga. Now they even pulled up in the hood with the
I get Monique a
shit
Netflix
at the end
special.
and shit.
Shit.
Shit was fire.
I had a man. What? Had a vibranium powered Draco. Shit. Nobody fucking with you. You about to take the whole hood over. Facts.
But
That's all I got. It's a fire movie. Go see that if you haven't seen it.
Go see it, bro. Like, fuck with Jamie talking about he ain't really watch it. He don't even know the characters' names. This nigga, yo, he don't even know the characters' names, bro. Go watch it. It's a,
Not that important.
bro. This look.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell
he
you
was the
something.
main character.
He was like, it's not that important. Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Black Panther.
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck are you talking about? It's not that important. Nigga, he's Black Panther, nigga. Man,
That's what
see,
imagine we was up here reviewing
Bruh.
Logan and niggas was like, man, that nigga Lawrence, like, it's not that
It was
important.
not that bad.
yes, it was, nigga. This nigga, bro. This nigga clown. This nigga said T'Challa, bro. Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Fucked up.
Oh well.
Got him fucked up, man.
I'll watch it again, but
No, you won't.
No, you won't.
Nah, I will
nigga.
watch
You
it.
ain't gonna go pay.
I probably will.
Go on Tuesday. They got the $6 in Newark. Go on
Yeah, I know
Tuesday.
about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That movie theater kind of trash.
I probably.
I'm spoiled now. You gotta reserve. I gotta get reserved seats. Like,
Bougie ass up, man.
you know how long my legs? I was in that
Facts.
cramped up.
You know you grew up with dollar. You know you grew up on dollar theaters, man. Come on, man.
First of all, I grew up not going to the movies. Let's make that clear. Let's make that clear. Let's make that really clear. I grew up on CDs, DVDs, socks. Oh, that nigga down the street got that shit.
Grow on the VHS,
word.
take the bootleg, bootleg DVDs.
I grew up putting that shit
Yo,
up.
what is the last bootleg VHS?
It was a movie.
VHS or DVD?
The DVD was a Medea movie. I guarantee it was.
DVD.
Nah, DVD.
DVD. I think it was.
DVD was
it was
definitely a Medea
It might
movie.
have been something like Taken or some shit.
Nah, it was definitely a
DVD for
Medea
me. It
movie.
was.
Seriously, I had
It
to
was.
Yeah, that's
That's
hella
wild
recent.
recent.
Man,
It was-
the
it
last
was-
bootleg is definitely was some Medea. shit.
Mine was. It was a Kevin Hart special. It was either I'm a grown little man or what was that? Seriously.
Oh,
Funny?
you know what it might have been?
It was
It
one
might
of
have
those.
been.
It
I
might have
still
been
have
Fat
it,
Albert.
by the way.
It might have been Fat Albert for me. That shit was fire.
Nah,
That shit was fire.
10 out of 10, baby.
Nah, I ain't say all that.
Nigga said it was Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, I ain't
It
say
was
all
better.
that. I ain't say all that.
I mean,
nigga.
you said Barbershop 3, so I don't know anything is possible.
Next.
Look, man, y'all hating on Barbershop 3.
Nah.
The worst part about Barbershop 3 was
Nicki
Tiger
Minaj.
being a gangster.
Oh.
He said Nicki Minaj.
Tiger being a gangster was the worst shit about that. Damn, you just ain't rocking with Nicki, huh? I thought she did her thing in that movie.
You did?
Yeah.
I ain't see it.
Yeah.
I ain't even know it came
You ain't
out.
missing nothing.
Man, go watch
Oh.
that shit, man.
One
seen
two
Get
was
Out?
Way better.
Get out.
Get Out was the last movie that I thought it was, that might have actually Get Out was when I went and saw Get Out, it was more packed than Black Panther was.
What?
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think so.
no.
I'm
Not the
I
first
would-
time. The first time I went to see Black Panther,
But you want to know but the crazy.
Get Out was empty as shit when I went to
You want to know
see.
the craziest thing is I saw Get Out.
Facts.
I saw Get Out like 2 weeks after it came out, and it was still packed when I went in there.
I'm telling you like this, it's gonna be. It's Black Panther's like that.
So I mean, Black
The hype
Panther.
behind it is really,
the thing
really
is,
real.
when we went and saw Black Panther on Tuesday, nigga, it was still seats in there.
Yeah, but it was also
When I went
2
and saw
o'clock.
Get Out, yeah. When I went and saw Get Out, there was not.
Yeah,
one
but it probably
You
was the
just saw
week.
that at
It probably
8,
was the
like-
weekend.
If you just saw it at 8,
It was
bro,
a
I
Friday.
promise you wasn't getting seats. Like if I ain't go to the kiosk, it'd have been slow.
If I ain't go to the kiosk, it was GG. It was GG. I went on a Friday at like. Oh no! I went the day after it came out. I went on
what's up?
Friday. I went on Friday because it came out the night before on Thursday.
On Thursday, yeah, I think I saw it.
So I went the next day, and nigga, it was packed.
Hey man, that's what I'm telling you. You gotta spoil yourself. Reserve seating.
Nah, I ain't.
Reserve seating.
all that.
I ain't
Pick your
doing
seats.
all that.
I don't do that.
When
Go
I-
find my seat when I get there.
Cause I'm gonna tell you
That's
like
what I'm
I'm gonna tell you
saying.
like this, nigga.
Nigga-
If niggas sit in your shit, you gonna be tight.
Nah, I'm not. They can get the fuck up.
Cool,
It's
man.
crazy. It's crazy because,
Alright.
and that's why I fuck with reserve seating. 'Cause
Alright.
when I went home,
We gonna see.
I don't know. I think my best friend wanted to see Maze Runner.
You ain't doing that.
Yeah,
shit
I was
over.
with my best friend. It wasn't when I went and saw Den of Thieves. It was when I saw Maze Runner. And this boy came, and we was in the right seats. He ain't gonna do that. Plus, I get to the movies on time. Before the credits start, I'm there. I'm a timely person. So ain't nobody in my seat. I promise you. I'm one of the first people to walk in that bitch. So
Hey,
ain't
look,
nobody sitting in my seat.
look, man.
Reserve seating, baby. Seats recline. I mean, you short. So like your legs probably don't really cramp up like in them small ass seats. But like me, nah, I need my leg room. That's what I'm saying.
Man,
So-
listen. All I'm saying is the movie was fire. I liked it. I liked everything about it. I mean, we could talk about it, but I'm pretty sure you niggas by this time done heard every angle.
Facts.
But just know that if you ain't gonna see it,
Yeah, we got to talk about specific scenes and shit.
yeah,
Some people can't even name specific names.
yeah,
Apparently,
he can't even name the main character. So
said it wasn't that important.
fake ass nigga.
Marc
Nigga
Joseph.
said Wakanda, Washington, Wyoming, same shit.
Facts.
Be like him.
Damn, son.
Yo,
Nigga
maybe,
said-
maybe I'm more for the villain than the hero, son. Killmonger, I'm all about that.
All about what?
That's what I'm saying,
What was
all
he about?
Yes, please enlighten us.
Nah, I did know what he was about. It was about giving the weapons of destruction to our people in different places to overthrow the hierarchy and take over and put Wakanda back on top as a whole. But
Nah, but
it,
go ahead.
it was what the fuck? What do you mean? Nah.
Wakanda on top as a whole. What are you talking about?
Putting the
Wakanda
people,
back
the people
on top
that
as
look
well?
like people from Wakanda, black people.
Black people. Okay,
Right.
you can
It's
say
putting
that.
them back on top and putting them as a culture, as a people on top as a whole. Which would extend back to Wakanda because Wakanda is where the weapons and everything came from to help them overthrow the governments.
I hear you.
It was also about Wakanda not playing its place in history and letting it get that far, and wanted to come back out to. Well, he wanted them to come back out of their privacy and help the rest of the world and get involved. Pretty much like a Black America, essentially. I would say.
Talk y'all was kind of paying attention. Shit, go
Yeah,
ahead,
go
Jamie.
You read that movie synopsis. You know,
Facts.
I fucking watched the movie.
Nigga read the
looked
plot
I
on
ain't watched the
Wikipedia
movie.
on the way
Like,
here
he
and
just looked on
shit.
his phone
But I
real
watched
quick,
the
you know what I'm
motherfucker.
saying?
Facts. Niggas
looked
on
on his phone and
Wikipedia
shit.
like a motherfucker.
Oh, niggas gonna hate.
Niggas on
IMDb
fandom
shit.
going
Niggas
ham.
gonna hate.
On fandom going ham.
Fake ass.
Fake ass.
See,
Man.
reading that shit on Wikipedia and shit. Somebody put Takalo on there instead. And
Facts.
Yeah, word.
He ain't know how to pronounce that shit.
I didn't because I wasn't paying attention to it that much.
We know, nigga, we know.
I'm talking about the
yourself, boy.
details around the movie before the movie. Like I really wasn't overly hyped to go see the movie after a while because it became too much. I was like, oh great, I want to see
What was too much about it? Tell me that.
All right, so when I first saw the first preview, I forgot whatever the last Marvel movie he was in. So that
He was in Civil War.
All right, so I was hyped. I was like, oh shit, Black Panther. All right, cool. And then as in the time leading up to the movie, it's like, yo, they're really gonna focus on his story and come out of Africa, and so the movie's gonna really depict people out of Africa. Because we've seen movies hit Hollywood depicting people out of Africa that look like the Jews down the block. I'm just saying. So, you know what I'm saying? They don't look like Africans. They don't look like people that will be of that region. So to see that, I was like, all right, this shit is really gonna be a black production in a time where being part of black culture, again, which has always been cool, but it's like really the thing right now. You know, it's like everybody's woke, everybody's.
I hear what you're saying. Tell me what's why you want hyped about it.
Going into it, you know, like how shit hits the mainstream and just becomes too much. And
what was too much about it?
I was just tired of it. It's like it was so everywhere, and it was cool for that moment, but after a while, it just became too much. Like you didn't feel like people did too much going to the movies.
What did they do?
Like sometimes, like the costumes, you think the costumes was too much?
No, because white they do that shit for Star Wars and Harry Potter and Star Trek. So why can't we do it for Black Panther?
I guess the difference was it being an actual costume as opposed to things that take tribal traditions and tribal things.
Okay, well they had traditions and tribal things in the movie. They had mud braids.
They did.
They had the lip piercings and ear piercings. They had tribal things in the movie. So tell me what was different?
Fake ass.
What was different? Because white people. Because white people.
Fake ass. Pause.
But tell me what was different because white people do it all the time.
You know what they do?
Okay, so what was too
Can't
much?
It just felt oversaturated. I don't know.
We can't.
I don't know.
have
To
our
me, it was
moment.
oversaturated. To me.
Basically, I
private.
think what he's saying is like,
bro.
I think what he's saying is like we don't need that shit in our culture.
Why not?
We don't need what?
All the costumes, all the extra shit that white people do.
Why
Like
not?
it's not a necessity in our culture.
Why not?
I'm just saying. That was my take on what he said. I could care less. Hey, dress up and all shit. As long as you're not offending anybody, because some of those some of those garments and stuff like that, and like the patterns and shit on it, a lot of that shit actually means something.
Again, so there's people
So-
doing a lot of shit out there that.
That's my only take on it. And to be honest, I didn't know it until like I was reading articles on it and
But
shit.
that's what I was saying.
So, but
who are we to say that you don't know what that shit means?
I didn't say they did. I'm just saying. But we obviously know there were people out there who were wearing things. They had no idea what they were doing.
I mean, half the niggas on Star Wars got fucking togas and cloaks
All
on.
right, we just said, who the fuck is that offending, bro?
We don't know. That's the argument I'm making.
All right.
Half them niggas got togas and cloaks on. How we know that ain't appropriating some religious garments or something? We don't know.
it wouldn't make a difference because they always appropriate some shit, so they don't care.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, listen, we don't know that we offended nobody because, hello, we don't fucking know where we from. I'm from Virginia, as far as I know. My family from
great.
Mississippi,
I just
New
don't think it
Orleans,
was a 10.
in Virginia. It was. I just like.
That's 9, 8.5.
I'm just asking
It's not
that.
10.
I'm just asking that because I asked him that question because I'm seeing a lot of people like on social media saying like, yo, y'all doing too much with the movie. Black people continue to do as much as you want.
Fact.
Because understand this, if you go look at how white people treat their religion, if how white people treat they cultural beliefs, their political beliefs, if you look at how they treat music they like, movies they like,
Nigga, look how they treated the Super Bowl after the
facts.
won that shit.
If you see how they treat things that interest them, they go ham. They go above and beyond. They damn near get hostile if they like some shit. Okay.
Yeah, but 9 times out of 10, we don't agree with it. So
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you ain't burning shit down, if you ain't causing no property damage, do that shit. Go in that motherfucker with 2 plates if you got to. I don't care. If the niggas at the movie don't say nothing about it, do that shit.
no, don't do that because now Cinemark out this bitch banning big bags and shit like that. Now, first of all, any like 99.9% of the time I go to the movies,
I got some shit on me.
I don't have shit on me. First of all,
I do.
I ain't got no big bag. Let's make that clear.
I ain't
But
got
the
no
girl
big
that I'm
bag
going
neither.
with does.
Facts.
So therefore,
But that's what I'm saying. My girl got a bag.
Y'all
It's
doing
shit
too
in there.
much.
We got the Skittles and everything. We ain't paying $4 at the movies when it's a
Skittles,
Dollar Tree.
nigga,
When it's a Dollar Tree down the street, we not paying $4 at the movies.
Nigga, I've
Them
been to
bitches
movies
$1
with
at the
Outback.
street.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Skittles
no, I
and
ain't
shit.
doing all that.
Fuck you talking about?
You gotta wait for the Outback. put it in
Nah.
your bag. Nah, nigga. This nigga there eating blooming onions. Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Steak and shrimp, baby.
Listen, all I'm saying is, Jay, please don't let the framing, like media's framing that of like like, oh, black people are doing too much for this movie. Please don't let that framing like affect your views on the movie. That's all I'm saying. Like, don't let that affect your views on the movie and like whether or not it was a good movie.
I thought the movie was a great movie.
If you go watch
I
it,
just don't think it's a 10.
But the thing is, I can't.
I'm just saying, go watch it and go watch it as objective as you could be, and then get back to me. That's all I'm saying.
My only thing is, I can't disagree with anybody who's like, "Oh, black people doing too much by doing all this shit." Because the reason why I can't is because we look at white people who be doing too much and be like, "Hey, them motherfuckers doing too much." The difference is, I mean, like, not the difference, but the point is, at the end of the day, is when they doing too much, they don't care.
If you're not
black people
doing
too much, they don't care.
If you're not committing a crime, bro, do that shit.
I can't justify some shit. I'm like, well, white people doing it. Like, that's like
I'm not.
That's like
I'm
it's
not
like when
doing
you
that.
that's like when you get in trouble at school and your parents like, hey, why you do that shit?
I'm not doing
because my
that.
friends was doing it.
I'm not doing that.
Them other kids be doing it. Like, don't use that as the reason to be doing it. My thing is, if you actually enjoy what you're doing and you want to go in costume and do whatever, by all means, do you. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, ain't
nothing wrong with wearing costumes. Fuck that.
It's wrong for saying that they doing too much. People entitled to their opinion. That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying what I'm saying is, you damn right people wrong for saying that people doing too much. Because if you ain't committing no crime, why the fuck do it matter? That's all I'm saying. Why the fuck do it matter if they want to wear dashikis and tribal shit to the movie? What the fuck difference do it make? Don't make no difference. It don't affect nothing you got going on. So like, if I get to the movie theater and as long as that head wrap ain't blocking my view, baby, wear that shit. If you like it, I love it.
My only thing like I said is just be cautious of what you wear, because a lot of that shit can be seen as disrespectful. It's just like if a movie was to come out about Muslims, we ain't finna be in that bitch in hijabs. Like,
that's totally different.
Because is it?
Yes.
It's not.
Is it? How?
It's the exact same thing, bro.
What do you mean, how?
Literally, like, certain patterns and shit like that are only like amongst like dashikis and like other African garments and shit. Apparently, are only for certain occasions, or only like tied to certain beliefs and shit like that.
I hear you.
Same thing for Muslims. Like,
you know what the difference is?
Go ahead.
Commercially, mainstream wise, we know what a hijab mean. We have no idea what them tribal patterns mean. You know why? Because we don't know where the fuck we from, and all our history has been erased. And so I'm not finna tell somebody
our history has been erased, but all of that stuff still exists over in Africa.
Look, bro.
Hell, them Africans that come here, that shit still exists. They still abide by a lot of those customs and beliefs and shit.
I hear you.
So
dog.
just because it's been erased from us in our family, don't mean that they don't still exist. That's all I'm saying.
Roll that fucking dice, bro. You don't know. We don't know where we from. Roll that dice. You might, roll that dice. It might be some. It might. You might end up wearing some Mali shit or something. Roll that dice. I don't know if you from Mali. You ain't gonna never. 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna never know. So roll that dice. Fuck that. Anyway, this been another episode of Just Hip Hop. Make sure you follow us on everything at 4 Just Hip Hop. Check us out on iTunes. If you ain't already listening to it, check us out on SoundCloud. If you ain't already listening to it, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. You can just look up The Commission, or you can go to youtube.com/thecommission4, the number 4. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And hey, bro, just continue to listen and continue to support.
Facts.
And if you got any topics, anything you want us to discuss, drop us a DM, send us a comment, tweet us. If you know us like that, text us, you know what I'm saying? They'll say he don't want no text about that shit.
Fact.
But, you know what I'm saying? We out here.